Colin Firth, who was shot in the head in the first one, is back, and I know how.
Oh my God. Harry?
But I won't tell you, of course. I just let you know that you shouldn't expect that much for this reveal, and this goes for the movie as well. There's very little that's nearly as subjective as humor, and while I like Matthew Vaughn's first Kingsman, the Secret Service for what it was, a raunchy, playful take on the James Bond/spy genre, I also thought many jokes were just childish or even out of place, and it was also a little uneven. The same applies for the sequel, Kingsman: The Golden Circle, which was again written by Jane Goldman and Matthew Vaughn. Vaughn, also known for Kick-Ass and X-Men First Class, also returned to direct it himself. This time I found myself even more disliking most attempts of either very drastic and brutal comedy action or dirty vulgar sex remarks. And it's not that they are constantly throwing stuff like that at you, but when they do, it comes across as very cheap, and sometimes they keep on pushing and pushing until it gets annoying. Elton John is in the movie and there are some funny ideas, but it's also very forced and they don't know when to stop and give us something new. And while the first one gave you some kind of neat little origin story and introduction to the world of the Kingsman, a cool, lean-back spy organization, the Golden Circle stumbles around a lot. It never quite reaches any momentum and the story falls very flat. Very early we are being introduced to our new villain Poppy, who is portrayed by the great Julianne Moore. And like a true Bond antagonist, she has a nice looking secret lair, mechanical watchdogs that reminded me of Wolfenstein, and henchmen of which the main bad guy has one physical abnormality. I don't think they reach Samuel L. Jackson's crazy presence from the first movie, but they try. Poppy's evil plan isn't really revealed until very late into this almost 2.5 hours long film, and getting behind what's going on isn't that intriguing either. After the destruction of the headquarters, the Kingsman's journey leads them to the discovery of an allied spy organization in the US, the Statesman. It's always a pleasure to see Jeff Bridges, especially in a role like this, and Channing Tatum feels like he's combining his Logan Lucky, Magic Mike and 21 Jump Street personas, which works really great. But if you're looking forward to some kind of shared adventure of our main hero Exy, played by Taron Egerton, and Tatum's tequila, you won't get that. Tatum is almost wasted in this one, and I thought it might have been better to reduce Tatum's and Pedro Pascal's characters to just one person. And now that I mentioned Exy, I know that many people are a fan of his, but I still don't find him very interesting or that charismatic. And I also don't think he and his now girlfriend, the Princess of Sweden, have that much chemistry. But it's not so much a problem with Egerton's performance, but with all the components coming together. The Kingsman franchise is a modern, cartoonish take on the spy genre, but besides all the jokes and lightheartedness, it still strives to be a spy movie by itself, and I don't think it ever succeeds in that regard. Like before, the whole world is threatened by an evil mastermind, and yet you don't feel any stakes whatsoever. Many modern action and superhero movies share the same problem. With all the spectacle on screen, there is no real weight to what's going on. The Golden Circle starts with a fist-fight car-chasing sequence that's extremely energetic and stylized. It lets you know what kind of movie you're watching. You can have fun with it, admire the absurdity and extreme nature of it, but it won't grip you. It's so over the top, and that can work. The Man from U.N.C.L.E., for example, I enjoyed very much. But with Kingsman I just can't shake off the fakeness of it all completely. The effects are often very apparent, and while the Bond films had that exotic flavor, that's completely missing here. To be completely honest, it reminded me more of the cringe-worthy Die Another Day stuff. But of course there were things that I liked a lot as well. Once Poppy's plan kicks in, the dark humor could really shine in a way that I appreciate. Bruce Greenwood is also fantastic as the President of the United States, and the movie gets quite relevant and subversive. So in the end I was entertained by some parts, but overall Kingsman: The Golden Circle is not really my kind of deal. I find it too uneven, fake, and also a little bit too mean-spirited. There are parts to appreciate for sure, but it's not a franchise for me. I would much rather watch one of the good Bonds, Austin Powers, or the recent Baby Driver, which has the kinetic and fun energy they are looking for, but with much more heart. In German I'd say, die Kingsman und ich werden wohl keine Freunde mehr. I give Kingsman: The Golden Circle 6 out of 10. It's more like 6.1, but I don't do that.
Manners maketh man.
Do you know what that means?
Alright, that's it. Like always, comment below and let me know what you think about Kingsman: The Golden Circle. And you can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at @JimmyCage. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like, and make sure you hit that bell for all I have to tell.